Welcome to Sir Win's Accounting Lectures. Today, magkakaroon tayo ng pen and paper video problem solving patungkol sa Lecture 04, Factoring of Accounts Receivable. Actually, nasa description ng mismong video lecture na ito, yung problem under discussion. Kung gusto mong sagutan ng solo at balikan ang lecture na ito kapag tapos ka na, mas mabuti. Kasi, ang accounting ay natututunan not by mere listening, but actually by you doing the problem solving. Pero kung may sagot ka na nga, simulan na natin. So again, Lecture 04, Factoring of Accounts Receivable. And here is our problem. During October, Julius Moral Manufacturing sold goods priced at 500,000 with credit terms of N45. These were immediately factored to a finance company. The factoring fee was 10% of the receivables purchased. The factors holdback is 5% of the purchase price. Sales return recorded on the factored account receivable totaled 5,200. The balance of the factors holdback was settled by the finance company. So required is journal entries. Okay, o sagutan na po natin. Ayan, may solution na rin nga pala ako dito. Una, nagkaroon daw ng sales ng product. That's why we are going to debit accounts receivable for 500,000 and then credit sales for 500,000. Then later on, yung mismong receivable immediately factored to a finance company. Meaning, ibinenta mo naman itong accounts receivable para ma-convert siya sa cash. Kasi nga, di ba, yung ating topic is receivable financing, yung pagsosource out ng cash using your receivable. Kaya itong accounts receivable na to, ibinenta mo. Paano po gawin yon? Kailangan nating magpakita ng combination. Sabi dito, ang ating ibinebenta na receivable is 500,000. At sabi rin sa transaction, may factoring fee. Ito yung sisingilin sa atin ng ating kausap, yung factor. Okay, so 10% nung ating ibinibenta na receivable. That's why 10% times 500,000, the factoring fee would be 50,000. And then, sinabi rin ng problem na mayroong factors holdback na 5% of the receivable. So 5% times 500,000, we will get 25,000. Ano nga ulit itong factors holdback? Ito yung parang hindi muna ibabayad sa'yo ni factor. Again, pera muna dapat itong 25,000 na to. Kaso nga lang, baka daw magkaroon ng problema. Malay mo, merong return. Or kung ano pa mang problema dun sa accounts receivable. Na ikaw naman ang dahilan kung bakit nagkaroon. Di ba ikaw ang nagpautang? Ay paano kung sakaling hindi yan magbayad o may isinauling produkto? Bilang proteksyon ng factor, hindi lahat ibinibigay niya sa'yo. Kaya nga ang tawag ay holdback. Itong factoring fee, again and again, yan talaga yung singil niya sa'yo. Okay? Dahil kinausap mo siya at ibinenta mo yung receivable mo sa kanya. So, ang total ng dalawa na hindi mapapapunta sa'yo na cash is 75,000. That's why ang sabi dito, the net cash received from factoring is only 425,000 dun sa ating transaction. Let's move on. Gawa na po natin ang entry because of this computation. First, we are going to debit cash for 425,000 kasi yan naman talaga yung cash na nakolekta mo. Debit loss from factoring 50,000. Kasi nga, yan po yung factoring fee. So yun yung talo mo dahil ibinenta mo yung receivable mo. Kung sakaling casual factoring or yung factoring na hindi palaging nauulit, kumbaga ay depende lamang kung kailan kailangan ng cash, yung factoring fee is debited to loss from factoring. Pero kung sakaling regular na ginagawa ang factoring, I mean, if the factoring is a continuing agreement, yung factoring fee will not be debited to loss from factoring, but rather, maaaring gamitin ay interest expense kasi lagi naman palang ginagawa yun nung company or just finance charge, I mean. Okay, related sa financing. Okay, so tumuloy pa tayo. And then, yung factors holdback ay 25,000, sinabi dito sa problem. Di ba yan? Yung receivable from factor. Kasi iyo naman talaga dapat ito. Kaso nga lang, hindi agad sa'yo ibinigay bilang protection na nga. And yung credit accounts receivable kasi nga, nabenta mo na yan. So, wala na yan sa'yo. 500,000. Let's move on. Ang sabi doon sa problem, doon sa pagkakabasa natin kanina dito, di ba? Ang banggit po dyan, okay? Nagkaroon ng sales return amounting to 5,200. Okay? Kasi ikaw pa rin nga naman ang nagbenta sa bandang huli. So pag nagsauli yung customer, malamang sa iyo yan pupunta. That's why you debit sales return and allowances 5,200. Sa halip na ang credit mo ay accounts receivable, hindi na. Kasi naibenta mo na siya. But rather, ang magiging credit this time is receivable from factor. Kasi parang ang idea dyan is, di ba, yan yung kukolektahin mo sa kanya, 25,000. Kaso may nagsauli, so mababawasan yung babalik niya sa'yo. Mababawasan yung callback. So again, credit receivable from factor. At sinabi din ng problem, wala nang nangyari. Nakasunod. Ay, therefore, kung ano man yung natitirang receivable from factor, which is 19,800, 25,000 minus 5,200, yan na ang i-debit mo sa cash kasi kukolektahin mo na siya dun sa kausap mo. Kasi nga, wala na naman siguro na naging problema dun sa receivable. So again, we debit cash for 19,800 and credit receivable from factor, 19,800. So, I believe, tapos na po yung transaction sa factoring of accounts receivable, which basically a sale of accounts receivable. Sana meron kayong natutunan. So, yun lamang at maraming salamat.